What is up, car addicts? In this video, we'll be talking about this week's Triple Money Event Week, as well as the property and vehicle discounts. This event week is for July 9th to July 15th, 2020. The current casino podium vehicle is a Dubachi Wagner. This supercar is primarily based on the Aston Martin Valkyrie. It released about 3 years ago with the gun running update and normally costs about $1.5 million. This is actually the car I recommend people to buy who are on a budget because it can compete pretty decently with the top two supercars, and it's about half the price. Now you can get it for free off the podium, which is super cool. So for those of you who maybe paid full price for the Wagner and are angry about it being on the podium, you can still take the one you originally purchased and sell it for over $1 million. Again, to avoid confusion, please note that what you get for the vehicle depends on what you paid for it. The podium car will not sell for any money. I'm specifically referring to the Wagner that people paid for. So is the Wagner worth attempting to win from the podium this week? This is a very big yes in my opinion. This car is still in the top 5 in regards to performance in the supercars class, and it literally handles like it's on rails. This is one of the easiest supercars to drive in my opinion, and one you should definitely attempt to win from the casino podium. Starting off with the property discounts, we have 50% off the hangars, as well as the upgrades for them, and the renovations. So now is the best time to get a hangar property if you don't have one already. Moving on to the Dynasty 8 website, we have 50% off the garages, which is super cool. So if you see yourself running out of space for cars and you're a little tight on cash, this is by far the cheapest way to expand your vehicle storage. Moving on to vehicle discounts, we have 30% off the Progen T20. This supercar used to be one of the best supercars for racing back in 2015 and was the last new supercar that old-gen consoles received. Obviously a lot has changed over the past 5 years, and now supercars handle like full-on race cars pretty much, but even at this price I feel it is a bit too expensive. If you've wanted a T20 for a while or want to get back in it, I'm sure most of you have sold yours by now, but I guess now's a great time to get one again. But don't expect it to be competitive with your Krieger or even the Wagner that's on the podium right now. They're very far apart in terms of performance. Moving along, we have 30% off the Osiris. This is the other supercar that was at the top of the class about 5 years ago and was super competitive against the T20. Again, a lot of things have changed over the past 5 years, but it's nice to see that these past track kings are now on discount and vehicles you can possibly think about adding to your supercar collection. Moving on to the Warstock website, we have 30% off the Scramjet. This was the podium vehicle a couple weeks ago. Not sure why it's on discount so quickly, but if you haven't had a chance to acquire this amazing car, now is your chance. Moving along, we have 40% off the Hunter. This helicopter is a ton of fun to cause havoc in free mode, especially if you have someone with you. I highly recommend this one if you don't have it already. Keep in mind that you need to own a hangar in order to even purchase it. Moving on, we have 40% off the Bombushka. This plane was actually just on sale last week, but anyways, I don't really find this plane that useful other than opening up the rear hatch and messing around, kind of putting vehicles in there and stuff. Keep in mind that you need to own a hangar in order to even purchase it. Next up, we have 40% off the Starling. This aircraft is one of the best to troll jets who are dogfighting you, as you can just rocket boost away every time they try to shoot you with the cannon. Again, keep in mind that you need to own a hangar in order to purchase it. Next up, we have 40% off the Rogue. This plane is not that great in my opinion, but for being a propeller plane, it's not awful. Although the jet-powered planes are a lot better. And at this price, that's a pretty decent deal. And lastly, for this website, we have 30% off the Rocketvoltic. I don't really find this vehicle worth purchasing anymore, as a scramjet is just better in every way. Also keep in mind that you need to purchase a vehicle cargo warehouse in order to even purchase the Rocketvoltic. Moving on to the latest travels website, we have 100% off the Ultralight, making it absolutely free. This thing is a ton of fun to mess around with, but obviously not very practical in a random public session. Keep in mind, guys, that even though this is free, you still need to own a hangar in order to purchase it. But like I said before, the hangars are 50% off, so it's a nice balance. And that's it for vehicle discounts. Rockstar gave us a lot of aircraft discounts this week, which is quite interesting. Moving on to the Triple Money stuff, we have Triple Money NRP on the Adversary Mode Stockpile. This one is pretty fun and can earn a decent amount of money with enough players. As far as Double Money, we have Double Money NRP on the Flight School objectives, which is quite random, but actually pretty awesome. For those of you who have never done the Flight School, now is a great time to try it. And lastly, we have Double Money NRP on Air Crate Cargo. Finally, a business is on Double Money. Not the best one, but decently profitable during Double Money. And combine this with the fact that the hangar is 50% off, making it one of the best times to get into the hangar business if you haven't already. Moving on to a Twitch Prime discounts for Twitch Prime members only. I'll leave instructions in the pinned comment how to become a Twitch Prime member if you aren't one already. So we have 85% off the Morgan, which is insane. The Morgan is one of the fastest sports cars around tight tracks with the additional iFruit Turbo upgrade. At this price, I highly recommend getting it. And lastly, we have 85% off the APC. The APC is an awesome free mode vehicle for combat. It can also drive on water. Another one that is a very good deal and one you should definitely consider getting if you don't have it already. Again, these two discounts are for Twitch Prime members only. If you're complaining that you don't see the discounts, it's because you don't have your Twitch Prime account linked to your social club. Again, all the information on how to do that is down below in the pinned comment. And lastly, of course, we have the RC Bandito Time Trial Construction Site 2. This week's normal time trial is Elysian Island. I highly recommend a fast motorcycle such as the Hakuchu Drag, Shotaro, a Baddy 801 constantly doing wheelies, or a fast car such as the Pariah, Italia GTO, or the Vesta 8 for this time trial. And this week's premium race is the Supercar race cutting corners. I highly recommend either the Emirates, Krieger, Wagner, or S80R for this time trial. Ironically enough, this is one of the only races where I still use the Wagner because it's more consistent for me on this track because of the downforce it has. Being the podium vehicle, get that podium vehicle for free, put some upgrades in it, use it in the premium race cutting corners, you can possibly get a free $100,000, not too bad. Anyways guys, hope this was helpful. This week is pretty good in terms of discounts and decent in terms of bonus money as we finally have a business getting some love. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.